CashNetUSA.com to apply for the money you need.
Thanks for watching News 12 on your side.
Thanks for watching News 12 on your side.
At Parker's Kitchen, get our new breakfast meal deal. A sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit, a hot coffee, and a crispy hash brown for just $5.99 at Parker's Kitchen.
Live from Augusta, you're watching News 12, first at 4.
Happening now, first at 4, the Buddhist monks' peace walk is passing through the CSRA. Good afternoon, I'm Zaina Halliburton. Thank you for watching News 12 first at 4, now streaming live on WRDW+. Here's protest also breaking. Much more news ahead as we send things over to weather. We have spring-like temperatures returning this week. Your first alert meteorologist, Emily Acton, has the forecast to kick off the first week of the year, Emily, which is crazy. It's January, we're still in winter, but we're talking about some high temperatures.
Yeah, no, they're going to be warm. And honestly, Zaina, it sounds crazy, but we really honestly have this conversation almost every year. It's 70 in January. Wow. It's crazy, but it happens quite often for us here in the South. Today didn't quite hit 70, but we're in the 60s. Beautiful afternoon. Seeing a little bit of cloud cover, but still plenty of sunshine for our Monday. And here's what we're looking at across the two-state here. Just a little bit of that cloud cover feeding in. We're going to see some foggy conditions, though, in the early morning hours tomorrow. Just for this evening, though, we're going to see partly to mostly cloudy sky conditions. We'll still be in the 50s at 7 p.m., low 50s at 9, and then we'll drop off into those upper 40s for our overnight low. I'll have a look, though, at what we can expect for the next 7 days coming up.
Thanks, Emily. Developing now, Richmond County deputies need your help finding this man on your screen, wanted for questioning in connection to a homicide. Deputies say 24-year-old Bruce Wesby is wanted for questioning in the shooting on Hines Street this morning. Authorities say 21-year-old Thaddeus Kirkland died in that shooting just before 3 o'clock this morning. Wesby is known to be in the Waynesboro area. If you see him, call the Richmond County Sheriff's Office. New within the last hour, Grovetown's newest city council members are sworn into office. This is video of the swearing-in ceremony for Veronica Simpkins and Jacqueline Rivera-Player. They will take over for former council members Sylvia Martin and Soretta Smith. This afternoon, a state representative in Augusta is resigning from the Georgia House of Representatives. Lynn Hefner was sworn into office in 2022 and says she's resigning because her home is damaged from Hurricane Helene. She served on the House Defense and Veterans Affairs and Economic Development and Tourism and Intragovernmental Committees. Today, Congresswoman Marge, starting this week, you have a chance to weigh in on the future of Aiken County schools. There's an online survey asking you things like one thing you think the school does well and describing the most critical issue the school faces. You can also answer things about learning experiences and environments. There also will be meetings for you to give your input. The first is this Wednesday at Wagner-Salley High School at 6. Then on Thursday, there will be one at Graniteville Elementary School at 6 o'clock as well. Next week, you can go to one at Belvedere Elementary on Thursday from 6:30 to 8. Then on January 22nd, you can go to Aiken High School at 5 or Redcliffe Elementary at 5:30. In Richmond County next week, you'll have a chance to weigh in on proposed school consolidations and future investments. Some recommendations include the demolition of Barton Chapel Elementary to make a new one, closing Jenkins White Elementary, and closing Josie High School and Murphy Middle to make a college and career academy. The plan also includes a new redistricting map to consolidate schools. The first meeting is next Thursday, January 15th at Josie High at 6. There will be another January 26th at 6 o'clock at Barton Chapel Elementary, and then January 27th at noon at the district central office. Finalized plans are expected to be voted on February 10th. For a full breakdown of proposed changes, just head to WRDW.com. As your kids head back to the classroom this week, it may be hard to get back into a routine. We're on your side with advice on how you can keep them on track and healthy.
And looking at our overnight lows, we're going to dip into those upper 40s for us for the start of our Tuesday. I'll have a look at what we can expect for the rest of the week coming up.
Time and Temp, sponsored by Riverside Heating and Air.
For comfort you can count on, call Riverside Heating and Air. Scan this QR code to discover more, including special savings. Stay comfortable inside with Riverside Heating and Air.
This isn't our dog.
Yes.
All right. Hit me with the checklist. honey?
Luggage?
Checked.
Kids?
Check!
Butler trip check?
Before you leave town, check with the butler. With our complimentary trip check, we'll inspect all your major safety components and parts to ensure your car is running its best. With multiple locations convenient to you, just let the butler do it.
I'm Ultima Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Every time one of my children started driving, it was terrifying. I am quite aware of the dangers being on the road. Thousands of accidents happen across the country. We see it every day. These families' lives will be changed in an instant. We fight for these families as if they were our own. We've become America's largest injury law firm by winning cases just like these. If you've been injured in a car accident, call us. Morgan & Morgan, forthepeople.com.
You've been in a car wreck. And optical rules.
Now, your first alert weather with meteorologist Emily Acton.
Well, looking at the next couple of hours, if you do have any outdoor plans, pretty comfortable. You're going to want a jacket, though. We can expect to see temperatures in those middle 50s for us by 7 p.m., low 50s after that, and we'll eventually drop off into those upper 40s for our overnight low. It will be foggy for the start of our day tomorrow, so your bus stop forecast tomorrow morning, foggy conditions. You're going to want to have a thicker jacket on as you step out the door. Again, 48 roughly for our overnight low. We'll see those upper 60s, though, tomorrow afternoon. A little bit breezy, partly cloudy sky conditions, though, so beautiful afternoon. And if we're considering that it's January, things are looking pretty good for our Tuesday. But here's a look at those wind gusts tomorrow. Could get up to 20, possibly up to 25 at times for really more of our later afternoon. Wednesday, wind gusts anywhere from 10 to 15 miles per hour. So a little bit breezy, but nothing too crazy for us here. Looking at our rain chances for the next 5 days, we're staying nice and dry throughout the work week. Once we get into Saturday, though, that's when we can expect to see a few showers in our area, possibly even a couple rumbles of thunder. I'll have a look, though, at what that's going to impact our temperatures coming up.
Thanks, Emily. It's a new year and a new semester for students, and that means back to routines in school. For some kids, that can be hard. In today's Health Minute, Mandy Gaither has tips to help kids conquer a post-holiday slump.
The holidays are over. It's cold and dark, and classrooms will no longer be empty. If your child is having a hard time getting back into the swing of things, they're not alone.
The month of January can be really tough when it comes to sadness, blues, symptoms of depression, and it's a combination of a lot of things.
Dr. Ariana Howitt with the Kids Mental Health Foundation says getting back into the structure of a school day can lead to stress and impact a child's mood and behavior. She recommends keeping their routines as stable as possible, but also making sure they stay active and connected to others.
There is this thing we call behavioral activation, which is a treatment tool for symptoms of depression and depression itself that's just getting us to do something. Instead of waiting to feel good and motivated, you do it and then the mood will follow.
Howitt says parents can talk to children about how they feel going back to school, asking if they're nervous or stressed, and then problem solving with them. She says parents of young children may need to help kids label their feelings since they may not have the words to express their emotions. And finally, set small goals.
Let's say, oh, my child's in bed all day and they don't want to do anything. A small goal can be 15 minutes of a fun activity. And then you really want to focus on the praise and making it feel good, because what really battles depression is that positive reinforcement.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
She says you should also encourage your kids to spend as much time as possible outdoors and in the sunlight, which can help serotonin levels and have a positive impact on mood. And this week will be a great week to have them outdoors with the sun out. Still ahead, one nonprofit is helping students in South Carolina with disabilities as they prepare for the real world, one cup of coffee at a time.
And looking at your evening planner, if you have any outdoor plans, nice and dry, a little bit cloudy out there. We'll talk more about what we can expect for your Tuesday and the next 7 days coming up.
First Alert Radar, powered by Jim Hudson Automotive Group. The Wilson family.
Here's here's a look at the next 7 days. Tomorrow morning, wake-up temperatures will be in the upper 40s, and that's going to be one of our colder mornings, at least for the next couple of days. We'll see the 60s for your afternoon. Very warm afternoon for us, but it's only getting warmer from there. As we go throughout the work week, we will welcome back the 70s. By Friday, 76 for our high temperature, and then we're going to have some rain moving in. That's going to cool us off for the end of our weekend. Saturday, still 73, but we're going to see the 50s for us for our Sunday. So what does this mean in comparison for the record? Are we close to beating the records? I don't think that it's going to be something we'll have to watch too closely, but it's just kind of showing you, too, it's not completely uncommon for us to have 70s in January, which the records here were set back in 1890, excuse me, and then 1949 in those upper 70s and low 80s. But I'll have a look at your forecast one more time coming up.
Today, local students are receiving new school supplies through a Repack the Backpack. This is video of the giveaway at the Henry Brigham Community Center. There were also vendors, music, and more. The SWAT Foundation says it helps kids get supplies halfway through the school year.
I wanted to encourage families and students. If you need the help, come out and get it. As a parent who has had to stand in line, I know how hard it is to actually ask for help. We're here today to serve you, so please don't be afraid to come and get the help. Let us give you the tools you need to be successful for the 2026 academic year.
That's a great thing they do. Kids also received food and haircuts, starting the new semester off strong. Love to see it. Well, a high school is using coffee to help students with disabilities learn real-world job skills. It's happening in South Carolina. Lauren Korn shows us how Bloom and Brew Coffee Project is changing lives beyond the classroom.
In the halls of St. James High School,
Thank you, Jordan.
the grind is not just academic,
Machine's on. Your shots are ready, baby.
it's freshly brewed.
Just empowering them to do something great. It's okay.
Nick Spinelli and his wife Bree launched Bloom and Brew Coffee Project this summer,
You help Miss Bree?
a nonprofit brew bar that teaches high school students with disabilities skills that go beyond the classroom.
You're welcome.
Which they say is an extension of their coffee shop,
Just kind of in Chi-Town right now.
Caspin Coffee.
We kind of were inspired to see what would happen if we grew into something that was more than just us coming over to this school and hopefully coming into more schools in Horry County and giving a better, more expansive training process for the kids, and then hopefully helping with job placement once they leave the school.
Number 33.
The baristas buzz behind the decorative holiday tables,
You look good.
donning aprons and big smiles,
All right.
ready to craft each drink, skill, and style.
They get to kind of pick and choose what they want to do that day.
Making hot chocolate for Mr. Jordan.
Like some hot chocolate. I thought that was
17-year-old Jordan Ellis and 21-year-old Bennett Rhine are the brewmasters,
All right. Who's on ice?
spending more than 2 years with the Spinellis.
Thank you.
They join the caffeinated assembly line, packing cups with scoops of ice. While Nick is firing shots at the espresso machine, teachers are taking orders
Number 22. 22.
and calling out numbers when they're ready,
17.
which is Bennett's favorite thing to do.
called numbers.
Okay, do you have a favorite number?
Well, that's right.
It's the number of drinks they've made that day.
You like it?
Yeah, not to mention the special deliveries to staff and students.
You give the numbers, and you knock the door. Yeah, I said delivery, and someone get some coffee.
They do a great job. Their development is doing great, and honestly, I can tell that it's something they look forward to, and something that gives them a sense of accomplishment when they work together. How's the ice going, man? You having fun yet?
Bennett says he's ready to wear the apron full-time once he graduates.
It's your dream job.
Nick coffee.
I'm gonna go like this, and then I want you to put
some sprinkles on them for me.
A true possibility thanks to Bloom and Brew and Caspin Coffee, which will soon be open only on weekends.
Hopefully maybe bring Bennett and possibly Jordan on, and maybe some other students that we work with over on the weekends so they can meet people and like I said, translate those skills that they're learning in the school and bring them out into the real world and get to meet more people and share that story.
You do an amazing job making the best coffee.
Hey, did you do that all by yourself? Yes. Good job.
We're looking for opportunities to be in the community, work with the community, and just try and give back any way that we can. As long as the orders keep coming in, we just keep making them, you know?
Love to see it, and you can tell Bennett and Jordan just love that job. They're here to stay. I love that people all over the world do things like that. This kind of reminds me of the Augusta training shop that we have here locally, the nonprofit organization that employs people with disabilities, and they do a handful of things from ornaments to refurbishing furniture. It's really neat, so you should check them out locally and support them over there, Emily.
Yeah, that was a great shout out to the Augusta Training Shop. Looking at our rainfall totals here over the next 7 days, we can expect to see around an inch in some spots. We'll talk about when that rainfall will come coming up.
Let's go! During the Rose Hurry, this offer ends soon.
Parker's Kitchen is my new daily coffee stop.
Gourmet beans are freshly ground for every cup. Get your own cup of great tasting, freshly brewed coffee at Parker's Kitchen.
When we place our loved ones in a nursing home, we expect them to receive the best care. We meet with families who learn that their mothers and fathers, grandmothers and grandfathers have been terribly abused in nursing homes. Bed sores, malnutrition, broken bones, dehydration, and yes, even death. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you believe that a loved one has been abused or neglected while living in a nursing home, call us. The consultation is free. Morgan & Morgan, forthepeople.com.
Thanks for watching News 12 on your side.
Looking at our temperatures overnight tonight, we can expect to see those upper to middle 40s for us for the start of our Tuesday. So have a jacket as you step out the door. It will be foggy in some spots, patchy, dense fog for the start of our Tuesday. So just kind of be aware of that as you are getting ready to head out the door. Looking at our rain chances for the next 5 days, nice and dry throughout the work week. So we're not having to worry about anything there. Once we get into Saturday, though, that's when we'll start to see those rain chances come back into play. And I don't know why it's always timing out on a Saturday. I just feel like that happens every few weeks or so. But check out our temperatures throughout the work week. 74 Wednesday, 73 Thursday. We'll see those middle and upper 70s Friday at 76. Then the rainfall is moving in Saturday. We can expect to see a big change in our temperatures Sunday, Monday. Only warming up into the 50s, and it's kind of crazy to say, oh, we're only seeing the 50s in January, but I'll have another look at your forecast coming up.
Toyotathon is still on. Start fresh with a new Toyota. Head to a hot spring in a Camry. Come on. Off-road in a Land Cruiser. Whoa! Or take a Grand Highlander for a quick trip. Maybe to the mountains.
Oh, right. Get 3.49% APR for 36 months, plus $500 holiday bonus cash on a new 2026 Toyota Corolla. That's just 3.49% APR on the Toyota Corolla.
Toyotathon ends January 5th.
Toyota, let's go places.
Have you ever thought of getting...
Already inherited your ears, allergies, and questionable singing voice. Don't make him inherit your final expense tab, too.
Charleston, Atlanta, Savannah, and even Orlando. These are just a few of the cities that law firms have come from to advertise in the CSRA. When it comes to choosing a lawyer after an accident, local experience matters. Don't you want a law firm that has deep roots here? Well, that's my firm. I'm Austin Jackson. I've been helping accident victims in Augusta, Aiken, and the entire CSRA for over 10 years, and I'm ready to help you right now. Call Austin Jackson, the Augusta guy, 706-724-7224.
Hey, if you're looking for something to do this week, Evans on Ice is still open for you and your families. This is Video Families out on the rink this weekend. It's $14 a ticket during the week and $17 on weekends with skates included. You can head out there until January 19th. So you just have a few more weeks to head out there and support them and have some fun. We're talking about the weather's going to be nice. So if you are a person that wants to get outdoors, but maybe you don't like the cold, this is a happy medium, right?
Yeah.
Like a happy, kind of in the middle.
Yeah, you're not going to have to bundle up.
Sure.
But, I mean, If you go in the evening, it's going to feel a little bit more winter-like, if you will. We'll see temperatures drop in our evening hours for us. So if you do want to go out to Evans on Ice tonight, we'll be in the 50s by 7 p.m., low 50s after that, and then eventually we will see those upper 40s for our overnight low. And if you're thinking about maybe getting the car wash over the next couple of days, a great forecast for that. We're not tracking rainfall, at least throughout the work week. Tomorrow, partly cloudy skies, upper 60s for us. So it'll be comfortable getting out. And if you do those self-serve car washes, vacuuming, not a bad day to do that. Wednesday, 74, and we're only going up from there. So we have a warm forecast in store, a little bit breezy for us as we go throughout the next 48 hours. Tomorrow, wind gusts anywhere from 20 to 25. Not anything super substantial, but a little bit breezy for our Tuesday and Wednesday. But like I said, nice and dry for the rest of the work week. Once we get into Saturday, though, we will be seeing those shower chances start to move in. Maybe a couple rumbles of thunder as well, but overall, not expecting a whole lot in terms of those rain totals. We'll be anywhere from half an inch to maybe some spots in our northern counties getting close to that inch mark. But it'll be beneficial rain. We always need to see some rainfall this time of year. I'll have a look, though, at what that's going to do to our temperatures coming up.
Thanks for that. It's the gift of life times 2. Groundbreaking technology allowed doctors to use one donated liver for 2 different transplant patients. Dawn White has more from Dallas on the innovative surgery.
It wasn't long after Luna Fuentes' birth. Her parents felt something was wrong.
They say jaundice kind of comes and goes.
But it didn't, and Luna's mom, Ashton, noticed more issues. Doctors diagnosed Luna with end-of-life liver failure and biliary atresia, a liver condition where bile ducts are absent or blocked.
She would need a transplant sooner than later because she was already about 75% had cirrhosis of the liver.
Luna went on the national transplant waiting list for more than a year. Finding a small liver was incredibly difficult.
On November 18th, they called, her liver team called us and said, hey, we possibly have a match.
That call from Children's Health in Dallas.
We actually divide the donor liver into 2.
Children's Health pediatric transplant surgeon Dr. Young Kwan performed the extremely rare split liver transplant. Children's Health is one of 10 pediatric hospitals in the country doing the surgery.
My guess is that about 100 cases annually.
Dr. Kwan divided a single adult liver into 2, giving a small portion to Luna and the rest to a woman.
The 6.5 hour wait, it was really scary.
Samuel and Ashton noticed an immediate difference with their 2-year-old daughter.
As soon as she got back, it was like a switch went off. She wanted to eat pizza.
Luna had 2 bouts of rejection. Doctors got under control. Her prognosis is excellent.
Luna should be able to live a normal, healthy life, just like regular people.
They saved our family, and man, I am so grateful and for the family that made that hard decision.
She's able to achieve things because of their sacrifice.
The Children's Health organ transplant wall includes hundreds of names, including Luna's, whose life is forever changed. Dawn White, CBS News, Texas.
That is amazing to see. Luna's going to live a happy and healthy life. Thank goodness for technology, and bless those doctors and surgeons out there that can actually perform this and be successful like that. That's just amazing. Well, happening right now, you can help give back to patients in need of blood in the CSRA. The Shepherd Community Blood Center is teaming up with Your Pie for a blood drive. Blood donors can receive a voucher for a free pizza and 2 movie tickets. The drive runs from now until January 10th. Some include Shepherd Augusta on Wrightsboro Road, Washington Road in Evans, and in Aiken at the Hitchcock Plaza Center. You can donate at any Shepherd Community Blood Center. We have a link to their website with the list of areas you can head to on WRDW.com. A new report shows 8% of Americans applying for a mortgage were denied. We're on your side with how you can prevent yourself from being denied.
And looking outdoors right now, that cloud cover is starting to move in, but what can we expect for the rest of our work week? I'll have a look at your 7-day forecast coming up.
Kroger always gives you more ways. Fresh for everyone.
Here's a look at your Super 7-day. Overnight tonight, temperatures dropping off into those upper 40s, and that's actually going to be one of our cooler mornings over the next 7 days. For our afternoon, 69 for your average high. We'll see partly cloudy sky conditions and only warming up from there Wednesday through Friday. We're going to see the 70s every afternoon. Again, partly cloudy sky conditions. Check out our mornings, though. We'll see the low 50s, upper 40s some mornings. But once we get into Saturday, that's going to be our next best chance of some measurable rainfall. And that'll stop our temperatures from reaching the 70s both Sunday and Monday. We'll be back in the 50s for us. So close to record-breaking, not quite there, though. The best chance we'll have will probably be Friday when the record was set for 78. We're forecasted to be 76, so something we'll keep an eye on. It's not super uncommon for us to have 70s, though, in January. I'll have another look at what we can expect with your forecast coming up.
Thanks, Emily. Maybe you've sought out a loan for a house and got denied. You're not alone. A new report from NerdWallet found that 8% of Americans applying for a mortgage were denied. And this Watching Your Wallet consumer investigator Rachel DePompa finds out the most common reasons they were denied and what you can do to prevent this in the future.
While 8% of mortgages being denied in 2024, the most recent data, is a relatively small number, it's also been hovering around that for the last 6 years. Kate Wood is a lending expert with NerdWallet. She says she's seen a lot of these denials coming up during the actual buying process pretty late in the game. And the most common reason cited for a mortgage application being denied was buyers having a debt-to-income ratio that was just too high. She speculates this is happening because home prices have increased dramatically for several years.
Competition hasn't abated as much as we would expect in many parts of the country. So people could be getting into situations where they're going back and forth, bidding up to get their offer accepted on the home. And when they do, they reach a point where their budget is going to be too strained from a lender's perspective to afford that home.
Wood says mortgage application denial does not mean this is the end of the road for you. She says always get pre-approved at the beginning of the process so you know how much money you are working with.
You also could potentially aim to make a larger down payment. So if you're looking at your target home price, trying to aim for a higher percentage of that. That will both reduce the amount of the loan, how much you're borrowing, and it will also potentially lower your debt-to-income ratio.
Wood says the median down payment for first-time home buyers in 2025 was about 10%. Having a trusted real estate agent can also help, so you can really target homes in the right price range for you. With this Watching Your Wallet, I'm Rachel DePompa.
And with it being a new year, buying a home may be in the books for you. So good luck with that. Thanks for the advice, Rachel.
Thanks for watching News 12 on your side.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Why should you hire America's largest injury law firm for your case? There's a lot of reasons. When you use Uber or Lyft, you're taking a gamble. You have no idea who that driver is. Were they paying attention to their phone or GPS and not the road? Injured in an Uber or Lyft accident, you could have a big case. We became the largest injury law firm in the world for a reason. There's only one Morgan & Morgan. ForThePeople.com.
Would you buy a life insurance?
Check this out. The City of Miami Department of Fire Rescue saving a dog after it was trapped between a home and shed. It went missing on New Year's Eve and is believed to be hiding from fireworks. The department says they were able to use tools to get the dog out and reunited with its owners. And of course, we love a happy end to the story there, and thankful for the fire department for stepping up, using their tools to reunite that puppy with the owners. We know so many pets get frightened around the holidays when, fireworks are at play.
I know. I'm so glad to see a happy ending, and thankful that he got out safe. I know that first part, that's sad.
That's sad to see.
But he gets out and he's happy and he probably won't remember that this ever happened. So
sure,
that's what I like to tell myself, that they don't remember anything. So
hopefully he doesn't run away come 4th of July either. I'm sure he's like, nope, not doing that again.
Yeah, well, I'm sure his owners too are like, we're gonna lock you down.
Keep an eye. It's so sad. I was just saying, I had to keep an eye on mine. He doesn't move though. That's the thing. He just wants to sit and shake.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
Yeah,
but it's always sad to see. But happy for that dog. We know we get a lot of reports locally of similar situations and the community stepping in to help. So we love to see it. And speaking of fireworks outside, Emily, this week, good news.
Yeah, it's going to be nice and warm for us. So overnight tonight, of course, the overnight lows are going to be a little bit colder in the 40s, but this is actually one of our cooler mornings out of the next 7 days. We can expect to see plenty of sunshine for our afternoons throughout the work week. Now, Saturday, that's when we're going to have our next chance of some measurable rainfall for our area, and that's going to drop our temperature significantly. We'll be, again, in those middle 70s throughout the work week. Saturday, 73, but Sunday, that's when we can expect to see the 50s. Again, stick with us. Live at 5 is up next.
Hi, I'm Deborah Alfarone. Spring storms are ravaging the South.
The all-new local news live streaming app. Search LNL. Always streaming. Always free.
After meeting with Austin, I felt really reassured that we made the right decision. We could kind of focus on recovering while he handled the legal side of things.
The law firm makes me feel like I'm part of their family.
They were very good, professional. The settlement that I received was life-changing.
They took all the pressure off. They said they will handle everything.
I was told, we don't want you to worry about this. We have this for you.
Get Austin Jackson, the Augusta guy.
If you're watching this Gerber